I say, Grand Rising. It is 6:22 on the actual date, the 10th of the 11:11 portal. 10 as 10 seconds as well is the number of completion. So that means one cycle is ending and a new one is beginning. So big changes. And first and foremost, let me tell you, I got Soul Tribe literally in the house. Like, one of my best friends is here staying with me tonight. She's downstairs in my spare room. So this is the first chance I've had to kind of be in my own energy and process how things have gone. Vader, go lay down, please. Thank you. He's picking up on anxious energy, and there has been a shift in energy since last night. Because you know how people don't like to see other people happy. You know, some people get real caught in their feelings when they see someone else getting something or happy, especially if they used to have this person in their lives and they wanted this person to move on and not be happy, but realize in fact that this person 11, well, not 11, 111 on the timer, that this person is indeed happier, more successful, and their glow up is even bigger now that they are no longer around this person. Some people really get caught up in their feelings over shit like that. Like, how about focus on yourself? Stop focusing on what the person that you know you got the green-eyed monster for is doing, and focus that shit on yourself. So that's been a theme. I don't even know how it happened. Like, it was definitely divinely orchestrated, the events that happened last night. For those of you guys that didn't know, I went to a concert last night. I'm very, very big music fan, specifically rock music, and it's been a long time. And my male cat, do you guys hear him? That's my male cat. So I've come to the understanding that my cats represent energy. This one right here, she's a more neutral energy. If you guys notice, she tends to show up more often than not during my readings. So I have two other cats as well. I have this one, Lolly. This is Lolly. And she is more of a divine feminine energy. Then I also have a male cat. He's the only male cat. The other two are females. And he is black and white tuxedo cat. And he is representation 242 of masculine energy. Well, Lolly and Dale are the ones that have been fighting lately. Dale is very much a representation of masculine energy. And masculine energy right now is caught up in their feelings for a number of reasons. One, toxic masculinity is a thing that's very boastful right now. Trust me, I ran into a lot of it after the concert last night. A lot of men manhandling women in the parking lot and speeding off in their big trucks and thinking that shit was cute. Literally being assholes in Sheetz parking lots over a parking space. Because they were all up in that gorilla ape mentality of thinking that acting like that in front of their women, you know, that caveman, let me beat you over the top of the head with my bat and drag you through the ground by your hair, and I'm so sexy for doing that kind of guy. Because yeah, that's another thing about being a rock fan. You run into a lot of personalities, 343, that think that shit is cute. And you also run into a lot of women that think that shit is cute. So hence kind of the population of like a certain group of people that I don't really vibe with. Like, I don't get down with that whole, oh, I am man, I am Tarzan, you Jane me Tarzan. Like, I don't get down with that. We've evolved, at least in my opinion. I would like to think that we have evolved. So anyway, getting back to the concert last night. That shit was divinely guided. I'm gonna tell you, I ran into two people that I have not seen literally in like a decade. I met these girls during the last cycle, the 17 year cycle, back when I lived in Charlottesville. For whatever reasons, we've connected, you know, off and on throughout the years, but our lives have collectively split apart. One of them, her birthday is actually the day before mine. So anyway, I'm telling you, this shit was orchestrated. I had nothing to do with it. I put the intent out there and the universe found a way to make it happen. Vader, lay down. Vader is a representation of anxious energy. He is my animal that picks up on the anxiety and the anxiousness of the energy that moves around. So I know once he gets moving around, there's some type of anxious energy. This one right here, I've come to realize is more of like a guardian type cat. Because like I said, if you notice, she comes around when I'm reading, which means I'm leaving myself open to things from the spiritual realm. Cats are guardians of things like that. So I think that that's, like, I've come to realize, and there goes my male cat, because the masculine energy really needs to let itself be known here lately. It really needs to be antagonistic and assert itself and let everybody in the world know that it's there. He does that when he wants 555, when he wants everyone to come to him. He knows exactly where everybody else in the house is at, but he's not satisfied coming to us. He wants us to get up and to come to him. That's why he does that. Such a masculine energy, right? And here he is. This is Dale. This is the masculine energy of the house. So literally dark and light. The female is the light energy and the male is the dark energy. So anyway, getting back to this meetup. So I knew that this concert was coming. I had become a really big Kim Dracula fan, and I was like, I just have to see them again. This is the closest they were coming to me. They were coming to Roanoke. I'm in Lynchburg. So I saw the, ad on Facebook. It was like a couple of weeks away from it actually happening, and I had just like found out about it kind of. I was like, man, how is this gonna happen? 7:07 on the timer. How is this gonna happen? And then I just thought to myself, you know what? Do what you've been telling everybody else to do. Now it's time to practice being able to manifest this stuff. So I put the intention out there. It was just like, I want to go to the concert. However you make it happen is how it happens. Because sometimes when we try to manifest things, we put too much detail on it. We're like, okay, well, I want it to happen, but I want it to happen by me getting this amount of money in my bank account during this time so I can do it myself. When sometimes all you need to say is, I want this, release it, and let the universe figure out how to fucking make it work. The way that it ended up happening for me and how we ended up being where we were at with the people we were with, that is not me. I did not orchestrate that. That happened, and I was beyond thankful, because there's no way in the world my mind would have been able to shift different things to have made it happen exactly the way that it did. I let it go and I let the universe figure it out. So my only intent was, I put it out there. I want to go to the concert. The end. So through a different chain of events, someone else offered buying the tickets for me. Originally, I was going to take somebody else with me to the concert, but shortly after I offered to take them, things went a different direction, and I did not end up taking that person. So I ended up taking a person that I was starting to feel like was a soul tribe member to me. We went together, ended up finding out, that someone that we knew, coincidentally, because you guys know I don't believe in coincidence, coincidentally, back when we first met each other during the 18-year cycle, right after I, was in the street mode of breaking up from my first serious relationship back in 2008, like, we had all met each other during this time period. So anyway, one of the members from this time period found out that we were going and was like, hey, we're going to, maybe we could meet you there. Okay, cool. Some tickets came out in the middle of nowhere. Me and my friend are going. Fantastic. We might hook up with somebody when we get there. Great. Fast forward to the time we get there. We're like, my friend's phone starts dying. That's the only way we could communicate with this other person. I'm like, no problem. Text my number. I'll keep my phone with me. So we're inside the venue. I put a video online. This is where we are down and we are surrounded by everybody. We are at the very end of a line waiting to go and get, you know, something to drink before we go to our seats. Everything was divinely timed. Like, we were kept being put off for various reasons, but by the time that we actually got to the venue, everything just went smoothly. It was like every light was green. There was no traffic. We got the best parking space. We got in immediately, didn't have to wait for anyone. Once we got in the line to wait, someone got behind us and was like, hey, go upstairs. There's a bar up there. No one's there. Go upstairs. Immediately, like there were invisible entities just like ushering people out of the way just to be like, here you go. No obstacles, no blockages. Here you go. So we get upstairs, bar completely empty, walk straight up, get service. That's when we're like literally, like my reading, not figuratively, literally over top of the rest of everybody that we were just a part of, staring down on everybody else, watching the chaos, just like looking over top of everybody. Like, to paraphrase what I was saying, like the king looking down on the peasants. Like, that was the vibe, the energy. 11:11. Not to like be like we're above them, but like we were very much in that King of Pentacles energy. And so while that was happening, that's when the other two people we had connected with showed up. We were talking about them together, actually. We're standing over there and talking about them. Be like, man, I hope she comes with her because she's really cool. I enjoyed her. I haven't seen her in forever. Turned around, boom, she was there. She was there. We connected, went out on the balcony. We had seats in completely different areas. Our seats were up in the balcony. Their seats were down on the floor in orchestra close to the stage. So we get up there, we're talking, we're like, oh my God, haven't seen you in forever. I'm so happy to see you. And then they're like, hey, we got 2 extra tickets. 2 members of our party are not coming. Do you guys want to come and sit with us? And we're like, 12:12 on the timer. We're just both like, yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, we get to fucking get closer. We get to sit with people that we like and reconnect with. So we went from, or 12:22 on the timer, I went from putting an intention out there and hoping to go to having tickets, reconnecting with people from my past, getting an upgrade in tickets, and having an amazing time and reconnecting with people that could possibly be like soul tribe people. Because we're definitely all having parallel lives, like separately dealing with shit, but similar at the same time. So I'm very much I believe that everything happens for a reason. Like, shit is orchestrated in the back. Like, we all 4 have always constantly come and gone into each other's lives. Like, for whatever reason, like there was always a coming back and a separation and a coming back and a separation. So now we are to a coming back moment where it seems like it's very apparent that soul tribe people are coming back together. So I'm taking it as such. So one of my closest soul tribe, like I said, she is downstairs resting, hopefully. I fell asleep in the living room and just woke up, and I did not have a chance to do a reading last night because obviously I was living my best life, you know? But anyway, I already have this burning. It was burning ahead of time. Copo Palo Santo, Copo to ward off negativity, Palo Santo to attract positivity. And I had an epiphany after the last one that I did. And I'm going to start doing this because I've started to notice that the things that I'm doing come from like just knowing. Like I said, I'm starting to move into that time period of my abilities where I do things just like, I just know what to do or know where to be, or information just instantly like comes to me. It's a clear, definitely. But claircognizant, I do believe it's called. But in this case, sometimes I will do rituals because it just feels like that's how they should be done. And then I will come across something that confirms that however I decided to do it was for why I did it, or I did it the right way. And I'm like, well, I didn't even know that that's what I was supposed to do. I just did it instinctively. 1444. 4 is the number of angels. By the way, our entrance, because we were in row K, but our entrance was portal 4. And I smiled immediately when we got to it, because me and my friend downstairs, we are in simpatico land. Like, we were in that finish each other's sentences type shit, type energy. So as soon as we both saw that, we looked at each other and was like, you see that? Like, portal for the angels, and we're about to walk through it, and got over here to these seats, don't even understand how it happened, but don't even question it, just live your best life. So anyway, she brought me some things when she came, some of those things being some dragon's blood sage and some white sage, because this stuff, and I'm definitely burning it, because like I said, after we left that venue last night, there was a big shift in energy. That masculine energy was trying to make itself very well known. Like, there was this one particular guy, he was the example of what I was talking about. He was out in the parking lot, making out with his girl in the middle of the parking lot, and then in front of everybody, he just felt the need to overly grope and make out with her, grab her all up and manhandle her so she could wrap her legs around his body so he could throw her into the truck in front of everybody. You know, show everybody how masculine he is, and just, she could just swoon over him. Oh, he's such a man. Oh, I'm so lucky. Like, that was the energy that was being picked up on. So after he puts her in the truck, he's one of those guys that he's not been waiting in line for everybody, like forever, like everybody else. Like I have got in line, waited patiently to get out.